Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy 8 times 2, aka 16 the Icon, and today we are live in the vault with Sincere Sinatra, one of the members of my group, Team Onslaught.
Onslaught. I can't say it like Itchy Bounce. Onslaught.
Onslaught. Yeah, we're gonna have to get Itchy Fine in here to say it. But yeah, Onslaught, y'all already know what it is. Team Onslaught517.com. Make sure you check it out. You've seen all the videos.
Legend has it.
Grab you a shirt. Check out some music. Today we are talking with Sincere Sinatra. In this interview, because you might have seen that we did another interview. This interview is the no bullshit interview. So this interview is the interview that you really want to watch, because we pulling the sheets off and everything that you want to know is going to be right here for you. So what's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. The album's out. I feel like we just made one of the better albums that came out this year, for real.
Most def.
You know what I'm saying? And
most def.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of the top 3 albums like all of our catalog. Like it's up there,
bro.
It's crazy.
I'm gonna tell you, we really weren't like we was just having fun, man.
We had no expectations at all.
Yeah, we was just vibing, and then as we started listening to the songs, we like, hold up,
yeah,
this shit is crazy.
Yeah,
this shit is crazy. But I think that's how it should go, though.
And the wild part is most of the stuff that was crazy as shit is on the next album.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, a lot of cats don't know that we've been promoting Legend Has It Part 1 so hard, you know, and a lot of haters have been lingering because of the constant promotion, and we appreciate y'all.
Weird shit.
We appreciate y'all for sure. We expected that y'all would flock to the shit. Flies flock to the shit. So we expected it. But yeah, man, we've been doing a lot. So I got my boy here. Yeah.
Legend has it, baby.
Get with it.
Yeah.
Flyers are everywhere. EPK is available. Website is up.
Merchandise, Mogeki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okogeki.
Yeah.
Still another one I can't say like Ichiban.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ichiban Side of Mask Man.
Shout out to
that's another interview that's coming to the channel. Be looking out. We got many interviews that are coming to the channel. People that I haven't called yet that I'm going to call and be like, bro, I need you to come through so you can be interviewed. Let me run down some of the accolades for my man, Sincere Sinatra, right here. Royal House Inc. graphics. 9 times out of 10, if you've seen graphics on Facebook for any of the events that are going on, especially here in the L, 9 times out of 10, this brother did it, especially if it doesn't look like it's basement, if it looks like it's like super duper crispy. Royal House Inc. probably did that 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10. So we got, let me see, we got 420 Music Fest, we got college event promotions, we got 3 Stack Music Fest, Mike Club, Mid Mob Section,
no doubt,
Team Invasion, and now Team Onslaught.
Yeah.
We also have Now We're Even, and we got Red Cups and Palm Trees, and we about to talk about all that. So one of the questions that I'm definitely going to ask everybody on the show, and so I want to ask the homie Sincere Sinatra, why the name Sincere Sinatra? What made you pick that name?
Originally, my name was AK.
AK? Mm-hmm. Like the gun?
Yeah, like the gun or whatever. And it was actually, you know what I'm saying, the 2 letters of my middle name, because I got 2 middle names, but I used to rap so fast and everything, and you know, you can see flashes of it and everything on the Onslaught album.
Yeah.
But yeah, AK was my first rap name and everything when I joined Mid Mob Section. Ichiban Side, he gave it an acronym. He called it Already Crazy. He was always calling me something crazy. But but that was the name. And then the movie Belly that came out.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? A lot of my guys.
Shout out to Hype Williams.
Yeah, a lot of my guys and everything was like, you know, kind of remind me of you a little bit and everything. The Sinatra part came when I moved to Miami and everything. Okay. And, you know, digging into his life story and everything about how, like, you know what I'm saying, he was a music guy, but he was connected to the streets too. You know what I'm saying? And he did his own little thing. Like, I kind of seen it eye to eye. Plus, you know, the whole experience of being in Miami and everything, like, yeah. So it was like, yeah,
a lot of
much respect to Sinatra.
A lot of people don't know it's like mad respect to Sinatra because let me tell you a little history about Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra was the man.
Yeah.
In his time. He was the man in his time. And this guy would not perform at a place that black people could not eat, sleep, or perform at. So basically he was like, hey, I'm shutting it down. If they can't be here, I can't be here. And that ended up leading to Las Vegas being integrated strictly because that man pulled his rank, used his privilege.
That's right.
And spoke up. Y'all know what I be talking about.
I mean, that right there was another reason because of the fact of how much he believed in unity. And he believed in strength in numbers. I mean, he had black folks in his crew like Sammy Davis Jr., who was just like, you know, one of the pioneers of so much shit. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. So Sincere Sinatra, that's definitely a name that suits you because I know you personally. So I'm already knowing what it is. So tell us a little bit about when you first fell in love with hip hop. Like when did you know that this was what you wanted to do? Like this is definitely something that you wanted to have in your life. You wanted to be a citizen of the culture of hip hop. When did that happen?
I'm born and raised in Flint, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? And everything.
Shout
you know
out
what I'm saying?
Flint.
Yeah, shout out to the city always. You know what I'm saying? Check out my Still Dealing challenge, by the way, also. Silly boy. Yeah. Damn, but it was around me. So let me just paint the picture. Okay. So growing up in Flint, I lived downtown. 9th Avenue was where my father stayed, may he rest in peace. And River Village is where my mother stayed. You know what I'm saying? They're not too far away from each other, like less than a 5-minute drive from each other, 15-minute walk from each other. You know what I'm saying? So when MC Breeze shot Ain't No Future in Your Front, and that was literally like 4 blocks up from where I lived.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when he was doing his thing, talking about putting Breed on the chrome, you know what I'm saying, and everything, like the way it's set up is, you know, if you keep going down Saginaw Street, it'll turn to Martin Luther King, and that's when you'll hit 9th Ave.
Okay.
But if you keep veering right, it'll keep down Saginaw, you know what I'm saying, and you'll veer over and everything to River Village. So he was right in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then I ended up in his video, I Ain't to Be Flexed With.
Okay.
And I had the X hat on. So go look at the video. You know what I'm saying? My whole crew was in that video.
I'm about to go watch it when we done doing that.
Right. So being surrounded by that, seeing that, you know what I'm saying? And MC Breed put the entire Midwest hip hop scene on, by the way. Facts. Just, you know what I'm saying? He the one who really, really put the scene. It was people before him, but there ain't no future in your front.
And you gotta get mine. Gotta get yours.
Yeah, that too.
That was a follow-up of a lifetime.
I'm gonna tell you how all that connects. It's because it's crazy how it connects and how, you know what I'm saying, I got so much in the music because I'm going to my aunt's house and everything, you know, rest in peace to my aunt Jackie and also my cousin Aaron Brown and everything. Passed away a month before my dad did. You know what I'm saying, back in 2023. But my dad would be taking me over there to go see my aunt, and as I'm getting dropped off, as I'm walking to the house, Ghetto E and Bootleg would be standing on both sides of the porch talking to my cousin.
Wow.
So I'm walking up to that. When I started going to high school, I went to high school with Top Authority. Members of Top Authority.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm surrounded by you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's basketball, and shout out to Mateen Cleaves too and everything. Short little story. Mateen Cleaves is the reason why I ended up in Atlanta. But I'll tell that story for another day. But shout out to him, man. And John Connor also. That's his manager. But anyway, yeah, just being surrounded by music. But in my neighborhood, in the Ville,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? One of Flint's first rap groups was called Variety of Sins.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they just got back to it. They just dropped a new single recently and everything. So shout out to D Kent, you know what I'm saying? Dion and HMD and motherfucking 40 Fiend. These guys are pioneers and legends in the city also. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that was just from my neighborhood. Like, they were hood boys, which is 9th Avenue, where my dad stayed, but they lived in the Ville.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Where my mama stayed, which is Young Black Mafia. These are two different gang sets, by the way. So I was surrounded by that too. So I was just surrounded by street shit and also, you know what I'm saying, creative shit.
Yeah.
So
Good
that's
combo.
what led to my love for it, just seeing it all the time. Right. And Flint is such a music and talent driven city. I know we talk about the street shit and goes on in Flint all the time. That's there. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely there. Yeah. They're definitely shutting that shit down when it comes to street shit.
Creativity.
Yeah.
It does.
Seen it.
Hey, being from Detroit, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's so much to talk about. It's so much that you see, and you experience, and you can throw that into the music so easily, especially if you have the talent for it.
And that's another beautiful thing too, because I was there when Flint and Detroit went to war. You know what I'm saying? When Flint and Saginaw went to war. Like, I seen that shit. Was a part of it, in the middle of it. I mean, it was wild times, but you know what I'm saying? Coming to Lansing was kind of like a breath of fresh air. That's when I could really actually get like, okay, let me really try this music shit for real and really cultivate it. You know what I mean? Because of
that's crazy too, you know? Because that's crazy because I felt the same way somewhat about Detroit. Because although the craziness and the noise fed my creativity to a certain point, it didn't help it to move forward because there was so much going on that you could write and you could create, but being able to pursue it, that was a whole different animal.
Yeah, I mean, you can write and create in places like Flint, Detroit, of course, and you definitely can pursue it too and everything if you can cancel out the noise. But when we got to, I think, both experience just coming to Lansing, you know what I'm saying, and everything, because I went from Flint Northern to Waverly High School, and you know what I'm saying, it was just like, it's kind of canceling out the noise a little bit and everything. And
it slowed down a little bit.
It slowed down a little bit, but it got weirder. I could say that.
As I continue to live here, it continued to get progressively weirder.
Yeah.
You know, people be on some
and
weird
they don't
shit.
get it fucked up. Everybody in Team Onslaught love the city of Lansing and all that. We appreciate y'all for the love and everything. But
I'm not on Facebook going, Lansing is a horrible place to stay. You need to leave.
Yeah.
I leave that to other people.
Yeah, that's another topic and everything for when people move away and they start dissing.
Bro, stop it.
That was never me. Man. Yeah, that was never me.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, what are your influences? Like, you fell in love with hip hop through the experiences and everything that you were surrounded by in Flint. But then, who became like your heaviest influences? Like, for me, it was most definitely Rakim, the DOC, LL Cool J, X Clan.
Wow, you took it back. Yeah, I had a few X Clan tapes.
Yeah, I mean,
they dope, bro. They dope. Yeah,
I'm telling you. And see, that's crazy. So I mean, like, we all had our influences. So who influenced Sincere Sinatra? Who got him to where you are now?
Of course, everybody who I just named. Flint, of course. You know what I'm saying? Esham was a heavy influence also.
I used to do,
you know what I'm saying, too, and everything. Because you know,
don't play that
with a guy like Esham and everything. Of course, everybody think it's all devil music and artists and everything. Yeah. But if you read between the lines and actually like listen to some of his other songs and everything, like Mama Was a Junkie, Digging on the DL, you know what I'm saying, 24/7. These records, almost the whole Dead Flowers album, shit like that and everything. Like that right there is setting the base. And I kind of get some of my inadvertently, I told him this face to face when you spoke about the 420 Music Festival, because we booked him to perform at that festival and everything. He actually was the day before we had performed the second day.
Yeah.
when we opened up for Sada Baby.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But the day before that, Esham was one of the
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I've opened up for Esham like 3 times, by the way. So
I want to meet dude. I want to meet dude because I got a whole story behind that. Actually, When I was younger, one of the first labels that I sent my, very, very early stuff to, which I was still pretty decent, but I wasn't like what I am now, of course.
Right.
I sent the stuff to James Smith, his brother.
Real Life Products?
Yeah, sent it to Real Life Productions and actually got a response. And he wanted me to be in a group that was going to be called TNT. And me, listen to how arrogant I was. I was like, I'm a solo guy. And so I didn't take that opportunity.
See? Yeah, jump it. Opportunity. Sometimes the opportunity is good money. Sometimes it's not. But, Hey,
because I could have been touring. I could have been out there and then made a name for myself later instead of, but ego.
But, I
was young, too.
Everything is God, Simon.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And everything. But another huge inspiration, of course, is Outkast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who I had the pleasure of actually rapping for when I lived in Atlanta.
Ooh, yeah. I'm a big Andre 3000 fan.
Yeah. Big. And it's funny you mentioned Dre. Myself, there's another brother who we used to see around Lansing sometimes and everything. His name is Jamal. Me and him actually kind of favor each other. So if y'all know who Jamal, if y'all remember Jamal with the turban, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But another person and everything that I was with during that time was a female by the name of Baby T. She's actually one of 517's first female MCs.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we were all down there in the parking lot and we were at Key Sweat's old club. Bro, we walked past the entire Dungeon family and didn't even know it.
Wow.
So Outkast was out there, Goody Mob, Cool Breeze, Killer Mike, the two of the members of Organized Noise was out there and everything. Okay. And they used to have a guy named Sincere in their crew. I think they still do have a guy named Sincere in their crew.
Wow,
I went and kicked a verse that landed on Mid Mob Section's first album called Getting It. And I say in my verse, Sincere alias AK the rap vet. And when I said that, they started pointing at Sincere. And I remember back in the day, for some of y'all kids that don't know, you crack open the CD cover, tape cover, whatever the case might be, and you see all the shout outs, and the shout out list would be like 2 things long or some shit. And they think the dude named Sincere. And I always wondered who that guy was. So to meet him too that day was crazy. But yeah, Outkast was a big inspiration. Esham was a big inspiration. Of course, my Flint niggas was a big inspiration. Like you said, Rakim.
Yeah.
So when we had the chance, we had the chance to meet Rakim.
Man,
for those of y'all that don't know,
favorite moments in our career. For real.
Top 5 easily.
Easy.
Top 3. Top 3.
Top 2 for me.
Top 2. Top 2. Yeah.
Top 2.
Yeah, that might be.
It's I think it's spending a week on the set of 8 Mile as an extra and meeting Eminem and meeting who then would become Captain America, because I met Anthony Mackie because he was Papa Doc.
I'm looking at Anthony Mackie box right there. That's crazy. But yeah, that's crazy.
See, that's crazy. It's like I was there for a whole week on the set, as an extra, and that has got to be my number one, because that was a whole week. I was paid for my time. Then I got paid again when the special features came out, because I appeared on the special features. And then number 2 is meeting the person that inspired me to rap, Rakim, and we did that show. We did that show together. It was a Valentine's Day show. Woo. And the very next week, COVID had happened. Yeah. Shut everything down. I think 2 weeks later and stuff and everything, about 2-3 weeks later. Got that in before then they shut the whole country down. Man. Yeah, and I think my last inspiration that I have to put up there, LL Cool J is definitely a bit of an inspiration. Later on, Rick Ross became a huge inspiration. Okay. Nipsey Hussle is especially an inspiration. I dig Nipsey. You know what I'm saying, and everything. But yeah, man, it was just pretty much just running those guys back to back to back. Of course, Nas. You know what I'm saying, but Nas is still one of the GOATs, man. I mean, Nas dropped 6 albums in this decade. That's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. And everybody want to sit over here and not put him in the top 3. I'm sorry, he got to be in your top 3.
Bro, the man lives and breathes hip hop.
Yeah.
Why it's so effortless for him.
He's on 3 songs on the new Mobb Deep album. I was listening to it on the way over here.
He's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
He's something else. So this is one of the shining jewels, one of the biggest things, because this is how I came into contact with this man right here. Let's talk about Mike Club.
Oh shit. Mike Club was okay. So the first show I ever threw and everything was, well, I don't want to label that as a first show, but you know, when I was in high school and stuff, like it started this is a lesson. This is a lesson more than just sitting over here listening to my resume. As an MC or as a person or whatever, wherever you land your feet at and everything, just do something that just affects something, makes change or something. So when I landed at Waverly High School, with the help of so many other brilliant-minded people, especially Miss Lee and everything, we started the Black Student Union over there. So that was like one of the first concerts I ever like organized, helped put together, whatever the case might be, and thrown. And rest in peace to Damani Dovey. He was on stage with me. My boy Keith Tet, aka Jax, was on stage. Steve Rutherford was on stage, and the person holding our strobe light while we was performing was Curtis Gwynn, who's now part of Simpkin Heights and everything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's having some health issues right now and everything. Y'all pray for him. But after high school, my first actual show was a support Plan B benefit for Mike Bragg at Cho City. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome home, Mike.
Yeah. Just got home. Yeah, shout out to Mike Bragg. Shout out to everybody over there at Cho.
Shout out Cho.
And connected with Cho was also Trey Smack. Me and Trey Smack, we started Mike Club together.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we did the support Plan B benefit, but I called all my niggas from back home in Flint. One of the other rap groups that I didn't mention who was also inspired, and their family. So, you know what I'm saying? They was also inspired, was Project Born. I actually have family members in Project Born.
And actually, that's a nice little Easter egg. We have footage of Sincere kicking it with Project Born on this channel. So make sure you go and find that. It's under the Team Onslaught playlist.
That's right.
So yeah. So I mean,
that's right. Shout out to them. You know what I'm saying?
And so my club, man, you ran that for how long, bro?
I ran that for 6 years. And what it was that, you know what I'm saying, after we did the support Plan B benefit, I went on tour with Project Born.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We hit 4 cities and everything like that and stuff. And then it was kind of like, you know, dead for a minute. Then Respiration, shout out to Clockwise, the verses of FOS and Respiration. They wanted me to host it with James Garden.
Okay.
So that's how I was able, if I never hosted Respiration with James Garden, aka Filthy, you know what I'm saying, there wouldn't be no Mike Club. Okay, so that's how I got Max Bar. So, you know what I'm saying, the first event I did was called the Lancer Summer Jam, which carried over into Team Invasion. You know what I'm saying, after a while too.
We did Summer Jam.
Yeah, and we did Summer Jams and stuff while I was living in Miami. So with Mike Club and everything, what I wanted to do was, I was just watching how everybody was doing their showcases and this, that, and the third. I just wanted to bridge the gap between, you know what I'm saying, with, I don't like terms, I don't like subgenres really in hip hop, or like horrorcore or backpack rap or gangster rap or hustle rap, but unfortunately it exists.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
So if you just take a look at every genre of hip hop ever, it was in my club. You know what I'm saying? And everything.
And that is why I believe it was so successful. When I came to Lansing, I had just, you know, had a bad experience. You know, you be in groups, groups disband, and some of the people that disbanded from the group, you like, oh man, me and this person really ain't kicking it at all for real, you know. And so when I did get back into music and I did, you know, put my foot back in the tank, I was like, okay, what's this right here going on in Max? Mike Club, what's this? And it was like a play off of Fight Club, Mike Club. And so I was like, oh, I'm interested in this. And then, you know,
and the interesting thing about Mike Club was, you know, we were able to really actually like you know, move the needle on culture, because, you know, the DJ over there, got to mention his name, DJ E Nice, and everything like that and stuff. He was also throwing his own shows too. So say if I threw a mic club at Max Bar, he would he would throw a DJ E Nice hosted event, you know, night or whatever, maybe 2 weeks later. So we were doing, so this mic club thing was 2-3 shows monthly.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one show. It was, yeah, we were finding different ways to do stuff, and we would end up, sometimes I would be hosting an event and he would be the DJ. So we were just moving around, and like I said, we were just kind of moving the needle and really pushing 517 culture to where it needed. Cause I, you know, being from Flint, man, I never felt like Flint needed my help. They just needed me to represent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Same with Detroit.
You know?
Same with Detroit. Detroit got enough wild bar heavy MCs to where they don't need me to, you know, be the number
to
one. To
just get in the middle and be like, east side and west side Detroit, you know what I'm saying? This shit, it's just like, bro, represent where you from. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. 313 since forever, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now that brings in, that's a nice segue. We are all about segues because I heard you mention E Nice. So now we're gonna go there. It's been a lot of different beefs that have gone on. And yes, if you would like to hear about the beefs on my end, then you will have to watch my interview. But this is Sincere's interview. And I know for sure of 2 beefs since I have been in the picture. And we're going to talk about those beefs. First, because we're going to save the best for last. First, let's talk about Big Al.
Oh shit! I remember that guy. Yeah,
what was going on with that? Because that was deep embedded in the group and in everything. You know, I was still kind of a solo artist.
You know, the crazy part is when Team Invasion started, and we move on a timeline. By the way, people, when Team Invasion started and everything, actually the whole Big Al thing was kind of waiting away because I had moved to Miami and I'd already dropped every day December 31st. But before I moved to Miami, you know, he just decided just to be one of those people.
It was too funny, man.
It was funny looking back at it. The only thing that would get me was the fact that, like, I couldn't believe that there was somebody trying to be a part of this culture who was white and who was saying the word nigga. You know what I'm saying? He would fit in now. He would fit in now with the current climate because you have MAGA rappers out there now and everything. We're talking about hanging people and shit, and
he's talking about that dumbass Forgiato blow.
Yeah,
he's talking about that stupid motherfucker.
Yeah, and we got this guy in Florida and stuff and everything, who's a big MAGA rapper, but he started trying to rap with Rick Ross at first and doing songs with Vanilla Ice. He was trying to do the regular I'm from Florida thing, but then, you know, he found his niche with MAGA. But now that's what I like in Big Al too and everything. He was just trying to fit himself into the culture, and it was just like, you know, if you're supposed to be this blood who rides on people and everything, like we just you know, and that's not trying to, you know, restart the beef and all that, because this dude don't even rap no more.
About,
you know what I'm saying?
What went on during that time and how motherfuckers is weird.
Yeah,
how motherfuckers is just straight up weird.
That's another thing about weird. Rest in peace to Slick. You know what I'm saying and everything. He was a friend of Big Al's, and I always had love for Slick, but for some odd reason, you know, he just started dissing because, you know, he was cool with Big Al. And so maybe about 4 months before I left and everything, to move to Miami, Slick and Big Al text me every day, every morning.
What was they on?
First Big Al would start texting me in the morning at like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. You ain't up making no money. It was stupid. It was so weird.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? And then he would stop texting me at 4 o'clock. And then for some odd reason, Slick would like take over. And all I would get was in capital letters all day and shit. Like, again, like, rest in peace to Slick, man. But the shit was just, it was just like a lot of weird shit going on during that time. And I just had no clue.
Fucking weird.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you something else and everything that really actually, like, You know, after Mike Club was running and everything like that, I stopped doing Mike Club because my dad got sick. But that's not the reason why I left and moved to Miami. The reason I left and moved to Miami because of two things that happened, and it had to do with DJ Drama's what's the name of DJ Drama's crew that he had with Willie the Kid, and a lot of dark man out there in Grand Rapids.
Oof, don't give me the lion.
Huh?
I said, don't give me the lion. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, but they had a crew out there and everything. It'll come to me in a second. And the affiliates.
Okay.
The affiliates.
That
okay,
do sound
so
familiar now that you said it.
Yeah, so the affiliates and everything was a crew. And you know what I'm saying, that was DJ Drama led, and you know, Willie the Kid was one of the artists out there. Shout out to Willie the Kid. And so I was asked to be a part of the crew. Long story short on that and everything. The guy who shout out to my nigga Gutter out in Grand Rapids. So he's asked to be a part of the crew. And when, you know, I guess like this was supposed to be the new premier crew that's going to really move the needle in Michigan hip hop and really start bringing out multiple artists, because Big Perm, may he rest in peace, was part of the crew, and a lot of people was a part of this crew or whatever, right? And I was asked to be a part of it because, you know, I had Mike Club, I was doing my thing and shit and everything, and they were just picking up people from different cities like they were supposed to and everything. You know what I'm saying? So basically, when I was asked to be a part of it, and I made the announcement that I'm now down with the affiliates, you know, and everything, because I was asked through the right people. People started calling, you know what I'm saying, multiple people. And when it got back to me, I was like, so let me guess, it was a bunch of 517 numbers. And they were just like, yeah. So I was like, oh, okay, I see. Because everybody's, you know, everything is ascending with this crew and everything, right? But I guess, you know, some people in the 517 felt a certain way about me being put part of it. Then I finally got on the phone with DJ Drama maybe about 3 months later.
Yeah.
And I was downtown at the Loft. It was the show when MGK came to town. And I'm on the phone with DJ Drama three-way. I won't disclose the guy's name who had me on three-way or whatever, but shout out to him, man. You know that there's bathrooms up there. I turn around and there's a knife in my belly. Yeah, somebody has a knife in my belly. And it's a familiar face. You know, somebody who won't say their name, but somebody's sister who worked very closely with Mike Club. And you know what I'm saying? Somebody's family who I basically, you know what I'm saying, took care of a lot. You know what I'm saying? And just to have that happen, remember, we talking about weird shit happening during that time that where you just like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? So, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not really feeling this energy. I got a pregnant girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I got a single every day, December 31st. That's in like 27 countries at the time. You know what I'm saying? I fucking charted on Spotify for 2 weeks, top 40, first week, 60 top in the world, top 40 in the world on Spotify.
Right.
And then 60 the very next week on Spotify.
Nice.
On DSPs. I'm like, you know what? I'm finna get the fuck up out of here. So that led to Miami.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mike Club and CEP, College Event Promotions, but that came after we had morphed from said Mike Club, then was Team Invasion.
Mike Club had ended.
Yep.
And then CEP, well, Mike Club was still, you know, the thing is every time you see me, you see Mike Club, but you know what I'm saying? It ended forming. And CEP was forming, and around that time, Ichiban Sai was coming back to town, so we were opening up for every major artist that came to the city.
Ooh, that's gonna be a fun interview. Yeah. We interviewed Ichiban. Ichiban was hosting for literally damn near every show that was coming.
Right. And I didn't even get to the E-Night shit, but because it ties into what later on will become Team Invasion. You know what I'm saying? So when I left and went to Miami, Ichiban Sai just got back into town, but I moved to Miami. He linked up with DJ E-Nice, you know what I'm saying, my former business partner. And first thing out the gate was the Capital City Invasion mixtapes. That was like my love letter to the 517.
I was on that.
Yeah, he was on all four of them. I'm talking about mixed. I'm not talking about just some regular ass mixtapes either. There's a 250,000 plays on the Taylor Gang Lansing mixtape on SoundCloud alone.
Legend,
you know what I'm saying? That's a Legend Has a story for real. And then, you know, we did 3 other stories, Capital City Invasion mixtapes right after that. And that's when the tension.
Just so you know, yeah. I want to be clear, just so that we can boss up on niggas. Who were some of the people that were on those mixtapes?
Pretty much everybody, especially in the 517. We had how you pronounce his name? We just seen him at the tour.
Astray.
Yeah, Astray. I didn't want to say Ashtray.
Everybody was calling him Ashtray at first.
Yeah, he was just signing with Shady Records at the time.
Yeah,
he was on the mixtape.
Brand new. He was spanking, bro. He still had the new car smell.
Yeah, you got Big Perm on it with Jay Chase, our engineer. Yeah. Shout out to Jay Chase. You had MOE, a Conflict. You had Lavish, a Straight Hood. You know what I'm saying? You had the entire Team Invasion. You know what I'm saying?
Who's who of Lansing's music scene.
Lansing and Grand Rapids and Muskegon and Flint and some Detroit. Like pretty much artists from like everywhere over these mixtapes and the downloads.
Support from Atlanta artists.
Yeah.
Bro, we was doing the most.
These mixtapes was going crazy.
But you know what I'm saying? The reason, and see, this is why I wanted to do these interviews again, because I wanted to give context to Legend Has It. I wanted to give context to, you know, why are they talking so much shit? Why do they feel like, you know, said the super group? Why they feel like they're a super group? Why?
Because it's part of the resume, as you see the resume, bro. Like it's not even, you know what I'm saying, patting yourself on the back or just, you know what I'm saying, popping your collar. It's just like just telling your story, because that's what it is. It's a story. So Legend Has It. This was the story, and that applies to your life too. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be that guy or whatever to not have a Legend Has a story. Everybody's story is a Legend Has a story.
Trust me. It's just that we're the stars of this one.
Yeah. But yeah.
So we said this name twice. And now we're gonna get into the whole E-Nice thing. Now, the E-Nice thing, from what I remember, I'm just gonna give like a preface, like a prelude. I came in and I was with Straight Hood. Yeah. I met Pope Don King way back when we still was doing fucking MySpace.
Okay? Damn.
All right. Wow. So Pope hit me up, and I didn't know him. He hit me up, and he wanted me to do a song with him, and a song was called "Say the Word."
Oh, okay.
So we did the "Say the Word" song, and it is still fire to this day. We can still perform it. It is one of those timeless joints. And so we did that. I get with Straight Hood. I find my family here in Lansing because of the bullshit that I had went through in Ypsilanti and Ann Arbor. We'll get to that on my interview. And you know, did the Mic Club thing, hooked up with Team Invasion. Once we, you know, had got that rolling, I had made my name for myself, Straight Hood, whatever. Got with Mic Club. Team Invasion pops out. Now, like he said, DJ E-Nice was part of the situation. He was part of the whole the mix. He was part of the recipe.
E-Nice, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though we don't get along and everything, like I'll never sit over here and say like, yo, he didn't help push Mic Club to where it needed to be, or that he wasn't like the CEO over there.
Let me put it
E-Nice. I mean, you know, Team Onslaught. I mean, Team Invasion. I'm sorry.
Yes, he was an integral part
of 517 hip hop. Period. I really I'll never front on him for that.
Hands down
and everything. But
we not gonna front on you at all.
But it's just that, you know what I'm saying. Like, if everybody's saying the same thing, you know what I mean, then sooner or later you got to pay attention. And I just don't think that, you know, as men and stuff, you know, you gotta handle your responsibilities. You know what I mean? You gotta understand, you know what I'm saying, certain things, certain energies that you put out. And we was talking about the Charlie Kirk situation earlier and stuff and everything. I don't want to liken it to the same thing, but you got to watch the energy that you put out,
because
and everything.
The universe returns that energy.
So what happened? Like I said, we timeline and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm in Miami, And I got a pregnant girlfriend, and I also have a 5-year-old.
Was this before we did the US 12?
US 12 was the beginning.
Okay.
That was the first show I came back for.
For Team Invasion.
No, I'm sorry. No, yeah, for Team Invasion. Before that, I opened up for Juicy J with Ichiban Sai.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And everything.
I remember that show because we had the party bus. And we
had we had a party bus. Shout out to Dime Time, who also shot a video on there and everything. Shout out to her from Grand Rapids. But yeah, the US 12 thing, and that was like one of the first 3 shows that Team Invasion had thrown. And here's the thing about Team Invasion. Team Invasion is probably one of the greatest things that ever happened to 517 hip hop, but Team Invasion is also one of the biggest what if stories. You know what I'm saying? Because of what it could be. Because what we're doing over here with Onslaught is exactly what Team Invasion was supposed to be.
Okay.
And that's no disrespect to anybody who was over there in Team Invasion, but it's just that y'all had everything right there. Just put your heads together. You know what I'm saying? As a nigga who was in Miami, and even though I was part of Team Invasion too, but you know, I was in Miami, I just didn't understand how niggas just wasn't putting their heads together right. But the issue that arose between me and E-Nice was, and this really actually is just a human issue, an issue of when, you know, things move on and things have its time.
Yeah.
I think that what E-Nice probably felt was when I was doing Mic Club and I was opening up for all of these major artists coming to the city, you know, being a charting artist and all of this sincere. Now it's this time. You know what I'm saying? And what happens with that is, you know, sometimes instead of people looking at it like, because I would tell them how much I was proud of them and I was happy for everybody. I was on the phone with everybody in Team Invasion telling them I'm happy for them.
I just know you, so I already know.
Yeah. So, you know, I mean, I'm one of those positive reinforcement guys and shit and everything. So, I mean, it just got out of hand and shit when like he would be calling me drunk at night and shit and just telling me, oh, you know, I'm mad because, you know, I'm not getting booked to perform up here anymore. And you taking money from me because you down there pushing the Capital City Invasion mixtapes. Because I had people down there who could, you know, this back in the CD days and stuff and everything like that and stuff that could write on the CDs, duplicate them for me. So I would pass them out. But he didn't understand 2 things. That first of all, you know what I'm saying? First of all, this is a different tax bracket. This is a different time frame. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to be family and everything with a pregnant woman and a 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying? That's with me from noon to whatever at night. Because this little girl went to school. My little niece and everything went to school from 9 a.m. to noon, bruh. And from there until 6 p.m., I had to make sure this little thing was fed, closed, entertained.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I didn't have time to stand on the block talking about some, yo, you into hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Buy this CD or whatever. I was just passing them shits out. His brain automatically went to, I'm stealing money. His brain automatically went to, you know what I'm saying? You jealous of what we got going on. And I just got tired of fighting that. And then it just got to a point to where lines just started to get drawn in the sand. And we just been at each other's necks since. We got cool during the CEP days and everything because, again, it was just coming together, you know what I mean, to, you know, realize what was bigger than us. But, you know, it's sad, really, because that was my fucking heart, for real.
It continues to go on because, like,
Stop being weird, nigga.
I've seen some weird shit. And I'm always... And I shouldn't be like this because I'm always running around between work and superhero swag. And
real life don't stop living.
And just regular Robert shit, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes they be having to put, they're like, 16, you didn't know that? Like, no, I didn't even know that y'all was beefing. Or when did this happen? I'm that guy. Yeah. So I just saw weird shit popping off and I'm like, what the fuck? And they finally told me, yeah, it's a thing between Sincere and E-Nice. But the thing that I have to put in on this was the 2 Chainz concert.
Oh shit, that was the
2 Chainz concert is where I
an example of
I had issues.
That's an example of where, you know, you're having issues with somebody and it could bleed into other people. Yeah. And I didn't. So that it was so many issues even before that where it could have bled into other people. So I learned that lesson.
Let me give y'all this context, okay? So this is where
we opened up for 2 Chainz.
Had issue. We opened up for 2 Chainz. Mm-hmm. That is also on the channel.
Yes, sir.
Check that out.
Check that out.
So we opened up for 2 Chainz, and this guy, he knows me. He knows his brother, so he didn't say shit.
Nope.
He didn't say a fucking word because he know I would have been like, where the fuck is this nigga at? Okay, but long story short, a motherfucker gonna tell you gotta pay to get on stage because they're the DJ of the evening.
Okay. I never reveal the inner workings of when I'm doing these shows and everything like that and stuff, such as far as, you know, what I do with promoters and this, that, and the third. But I'm living in Atlanta at the time. My dad had passed away in 2023. This incident happened in September of 2024. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a full year, calendar year or whatever since then. Had a dream, you know what I'm saying? My dad told me to get up or whatever else like that pretty much. And that's why I got back into the music. So you started seeing shit like Seesaw, you know what I'm saying? Nuisance, Red Cups, Palm Trees, this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. So the same month, I was also 96.5 Artist of the Month. Shout out to Genesis.
Bing! And Genesis!
Oh, little backstory on that. When Big Perm died, and I was living in Miami, Big Perm was the last artist, artist 96.5 WQHH Artist of the Month. So when he passed, so did the monthly Artist of the Month with it.
Yeah.
So for about a year and a half and everything after his death and stuff, nobody was Artist of the Month.
Okay.
And I bought it back, and I actually have the commercial and everything like that and stuff where they brought me back. And I was living in Miami during that time, so people were still hearing my music up here too. But anyway, 10 years later, I end up Artist of the Month again. And we're about to open up for 2 Chainz, you know what I'm saying? And basically, E-Nice is the house DJ, which means his job is pretty much just spin music and just play everybody's music pretty much who's coming to the stage.
All you do is spin records. That's all you do.
Just press the button. That's it. So the night before the show, he says pretty much like, I'm not going to spin your record. You know what I'm saying? You can pay me or you can plug your music up to the sound man with a laptop. I said, say less. You know what I'm saying? And everything.
Bro.
During that argument, which brings Ward Skills and Casey Your Hood Illustrated into it. Shout out to them.
Man.
But, you know what I'm saying? We'll get into that in a second. And again, we on the weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Man. He basically tried to sabotage, DJ E-Nice tried to sabotage our show. So I did not tell, you know what I'm saying, Pope Don King or 16 the Icon.
Because, bro, here's the thing.
Or Mad Dog McGraw also.
When
you know what I'm saying?
Opportunity like that come up, man, and you get a chance to open for a major artist in front of a big crowd.
And we run into this bullshit.
And you run into the bullshit, bro.
There was about 8,000 people at that show, by the way.
Bro, ain't nobody trying to hear that, bro. I had problems. I had issues. Luckily, everything went good. He did not tell us until after the performance.
After the performance.
He told us.
Like maybe like a very week later when we were already getting ready to open up for Young Bleed at the time and stuff and No Limit.
Because, bro, like that's some foul shit. But
very
quite foul.
Very foul shit and everything. And it's also leading to, okay, we on this weird shit and I just want to get it over with and everything.
Let's address it.
And
let's address it.
So now it's podcast now because everybody got podcasts now.
Yeah,
and everything.
In the room.
And they were on a podcast. I don't want to, you know, put any negativity or whatever on the podcast or whatever that they're doing. But, you know, War Skills and Casey of Hood Illustrated and everything was on a podcast. And they were talking about 517 hip hop as well as, you know, Yellow Cake, who's part of the Black Pack. Shout out to her. Love you, baby. You know what I'm saying? DJ Ruckus and Joe Walker hosted it, who we interviewed, who interviewed us at the tour recently when we opened up for John Connor and Stretch Money and everything. So they're talking about 517 hip hop, and people was telling me like, yeah, you need to watch this podcast. So I was just like, okay.
Uh-oh.
I am on my way ironing my shirt, going to an Atlanta Hawks versus the Detroit Pistons game.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember you told me, you said you got, okay.
I was like that. Getting dressed because I live in Atlanta, but the fucking arenas, you know what I'm saying? Mercedes-Benz Arena and State Farm Arena are not even a 10-minute drive from me, like 5 minutes and shit and everything. I live downtown Atlanta. So I'm ironing my stuff and I'm just, watching the stuff joyfully and everything like that and stuff, I'm playing music, but I'm reading the closed caption. And then I see Casey Hood Illustrated and he says, there were other little movements, not little, and movements like Mic Club, and I was like, well, damn, why my movement got to be little, bro? Like, what I do to you? And then it's like he doubles back and he says, oh yeah, Mic Club was a spinoff of Respiration, and then even the people who do Respiration inbox me like, nah, bro, Mic Club was its own thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and just when you see that, and you sitting there ironing clothes, you 5 states away, and War Skills, which brings it back to the previous situation we was talking about E-Nice. When me and E-Nice was arguing, War Skills flat out told me that, you know what I'm saying, Team Invasion and Mic Club was 2-3 movements ago. And I didn't understand that because me and E-Nice, even though me and E-Nice is arguing, we on stage tonight opening, he's the DJ for the 2 Chainz show. I'm opening that. That's Mic Club, that's Team Invasion. This isn't making sense. It's just weird stuff, man. I just didn't.
What you're saying is that they're saying that it was movements ago.
Yeah.
But hold on, I gotta adjust myself. But we're still fucking here. Where are you?
That's not. Hey, listen.
I'm just saying.
For me, like those are my
I'm
guys.
Wondering, like
I wish nothing but success to everybody, man. But on some real shit, like if we gonna talk some real shit and everything, like if we gonna talk some real shit and everything, like niggas been working, niggas ain't doing spinoffs.
Visible as fuck.
Niggas is, even though you know what I'm saying, niggas might think that things are, I'm watching this whole podcast and ain't nobody mentioned Team Invasion during that time and stuff. And Team Invasion held the city down after Big Perm passed away, after Notch passed away, after, and a lot of people watching this don't even know who we talking about, but we talking about some shit back up here in mid-Michigan hip hop, Michigan scene, and how we've been doing our thing and representing, and how we've been telling our story and putting in work for years and shit, and people
now
I just didn't get it, bro. I just don't get the weird behaviors and shit. We all cool as a motherfucker. It's like Itchy Bond, one of the coolest motherfuckers you'll ever meet.
It's like COVID shut everything down.
Yeah.
Right. And okay, so like he said, let's go back. Let's rewind.
Yeah.
Right before COVID dropped, we was opening for Rakim.
Yeah.
Okay. COVID comes, shuts everything down. Everyone starts to thaw. The freeze starts to thaw. The ice starts to thaw off of the whole COVID ban where everybody didn't want to go to the club. As soon as it thawed, who you think broke through the ice like Captain America and was right back on their shit?
Shout out to CEP.
We're still here.
Yeah, and then on top of that, Team Onslaught was one of the first opener local openers and everything like that and stuff to run out on that stage during that 420 music festival, as well as so many others. But we was in the mix, and we always been in the mix. We don't ask to be in the. That's another thing. We don't ask to really be in the mix.
Loonies.
We don't try to, bully our way to be in the mix. We don't gatekeep to be in the mix.
Mike Tyson.
You know what I'm saying? We show love, and it's just been good music and hustle.
Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah. Award shows.
I'm just saying, like, we don't hate on nobody. But it is really funny, and I'm going to say it now. It's really funny how this man can have Mic Club and spin off into Team Invasion and get awards and do everybody's artwork for their events and what? And then me, it's like everyone has done collabs with me, but when it's time to have these conversations,
he did a song with MC Breed.
This is the shit that kills me. It's like when it's time to have these conversations of who's fire, who's hot, everybody talks about their boys and never mentions anyone in Team Invasion.
Everybody does these lists, right? So that's why the album Legend Has It starts off with top 5 in my city, nigga. Fuck all the lists you making, nigga. Fuck off, fuck.
Legend Has It got receipts, nigga.
Yeah.
What you are about to experience is
I'm not talking or whatever else like bro, like
it's
when
facts.
I talk from a perspective of like, this is my resume, this is the work. We did the street shit, we did the hustle shit, we did the legal shit, we did the show shit, we did the music shit. It's just that, you know what I'm saying, we've covered every facet of it, and we don't walk around and everything like that and stuff like we don't even walk around like we them niggas. We only get into them conversations when people try to minimize
when people try to challenge
shit.
That we
just like when I was talking about war skills at Casey Hood Illustrated just a second ago and everything. It ain't no beef with them brothers.
Not
I love
all.
them niggas.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
I want KC on the show.
Yeah.
I want KC on the show.
I want to be in the next Hood Illustrated.
War Skills.
I want to fucking do a song with Ward. I've always wanted to do a song with Ward. You know what I'm saying?
War Skills was supposed to be on
like
bars.
For real. I wish me and E Nice wasn't beefing. I wish me and Trey Smack still talk. All of this shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really like in that frame of mind where it was like, yo. But then it turns into what ends up happening is a lot of people just don't want to kind of just take responsibility, A, for their actions, or they don't remember, or they not paying attention to some of the energies and stuff that they put out there. You ain't got that type of energy from me to where I shitted on what you do just out the clear blue.
No, I never do that.
You know what I'm saying? And neither did Pope. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Ichiban when he was drunk. I'm just playing. But point I'm making, you know what I'm saying? The point I'm making is that like everybody has their opinions and shit like that and cool, but when I'm speaking, bro, it ain't no fucking opinion. It's an actual fact of actual real work and everything. Like
that's what I mean. Literally, what I try to do when I'm writing is the same thing that you just said. When I'm bragging, I'm being sincere.
Yeah.
Even when I'm bragging.
That's an LL Cool J, man.
It is.
Yeah,
that's an L line.
When I'm bragging,
I'm being truth. Even when I'm bragging, I'm being sincere. Yeah. It's the truth.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna sit up here and say, I said Legend Has It. I dropped a CD every 6 months and they couldn't keep up. Now you can hear the silence, domestic violence, the way I beat the beat up. This is true.
I'm looking at his CD covers on the floor.
This is true.
And everything. Like, yeah, it's work, bro. So it's not
true.
It's not to discredit anybody.
Not at all.
It's not to and everything, or even just basically get into a competition talk with anybody. Because I always tell people all the time, when Big Perm died, bro, so did competition. So did the competition and everything. Because me and Perm and everything, we even admitted it to each other that, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, we were competing with shows, we were competing with music. I got better later, you know what I'm saying, at the music thing, but it definitely was you know, I always had bars and stuff. It was just finding your sound. Every day, December 31st was when I really found my sound. Shout out to DJ Eclipse for that. You know what I'm saying? But
another one of my guys.
Yeah. Really put that work in and everything. And Harvey Lee was also on every day, December 31st too. You know what I'm saying? So there's another guy who was so
I want to work with that guy again.
Yeah.
For sure. Harvey Lee.
We gonna get
Harvey Lee.
The Legend Has It album is a culmination of all that, of all the skill, of all the writing, of all the creativity,
of all the work put in.
Yeah, that we ever did, and like we were just out the gate like with it, bro. And I'm very, very proud of this album. Please check the album out. Just listen to it, bro. Like it'll blow you away.
Yeah, we got some stuff on there, man. We found out stuff about each other and ourselves on this album. You know what I mean? Like I really wanted for a long time to fill the gap in hip hop with the political voice, especially with everything that's going on now. And Sincere was like, hey,
Archangel.
And he said, you know what? I'm going to give you a line. And this line, I have used this line. This is not my line.
I totally forgot that.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
With me saying it, but that was Sincere. He said the American dream never came in our color. So fucking true. So fucking true. Go to my truth paste and check out my comments on Black Republicans.
Hey man, so that's see what you just said and everything. That's a tribute to a person's character also. Because when we seen Joshua Smith, shout out to brother Joshua Smith, aka Jay Young the General.
Yes,
the first thing he said when he talked about Mike Club, he talked about how I had a bad night at Mike Club and didn't fucking I wasn't able to pay him or E Nice or whatever else like that. And then he turned around and did the show. The very next show, he made 3 times the amount. And that's because I split the door with him and E Nice and shit. I only kept some money for some flyers. That's the type of shit that I've always been on because I want people to win. You know what I'm saying? And if you around me, bro, like all you got to do is just, I always say, like, for the people who listen, love me. For the people who didn't, hate me. You know what I'm saying? I always say that, man. And it's like, you know, for people who've been just taking shots of my character all of these years and shit, bro, we ain't even had a conversation like that. You know what I'm saying? And everything. And the minute, and that's another thing about niggas, man. Like, niggas be scared to really converse with niggas because they might be like, damn, that nigga realer than what I thought, or he more 100 than what I thought. I'm not even talking about myself. I'm just saying, like, a lot of street shit could have been solved with just simple communication.
Just by being, you know, pardon the pun, just by being sincere.
Yeah.
Just by being sincere. You know what I mean? Like, I had a conversation, and I won't go into detail, but I had a conversation with one of our brothers out here, you know, in Lansing hip hop, and I had to pull his coattail because he had been going through some things, and he pulled himself back up out of it, and he's been extremely busy and running his laps, and I had to tell him, I said, bro, I'm not being an asshole or nothing, but, you know, y'all are like my brothers, you know what I'm saying, out here in this shit, and I just want to tell you, I'm proud of you, bro, because it's not easy pulling yourself back from any addiction. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. And for you to do that shit, and for me to see you working hard and staying on point and doing shows and doing what you love and staying out here with the music and you doing the father thing, bro.
Yeah, man.
Bro, that's some.
It's just about just picking up the pieces.
Hell yeah.
Shit.
When I want to be a strong motherfucker to do that shit, bro, and I'm proud of you for doing that shit. Real shit.
Part of the I don't mean to bring like the weird shit segment or nothing, but when I was in Miami and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, my girl was pregnant, and you know what I mean? Like, she got so many phone calls, private phone calls every day, even at her job and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Private
the pregnant brain working, and you know what I'm saying? The life be lifing, and we ended up losing our kid over that shit. So it's like
stressing motherfuckers.
Yeah, just stresses out, put stress on the relationship. We end up breaking up. You know what I'm saying? I got to start from scratch. So anybody and everything like that and stuff who goes through a scenario where, you know, you're not just pivoting is one thing, but starting from scratch is a whole different thing.
That's a whole different.
You know what I'm saying? So to anybody out there who really starting from scratch and really just, you know what I'm saying, starting from the bottom, you just got to take that one step at a time, and sooner or later you'll get there. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So I'm trying to go through here. We done influences. We done when did you fall in love with hip hop? Let's talk about Now We Even. What was your mindset on Now We Even, and why? Yeah. We doing it.
No. I'm laughing because what I just talked about
was Now We Even.
Yeah, was you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of blame being thrown around. It was a lot of shit going on during that time. Like I said, I was, you know, to watch somebody who you was probably about to marry just turn into a hater all of a sudden. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And everything because of all of this weird shit going on in her life, affecting her kids, affecting her job, affecting our home life and everything. Like, yo, I went down there to just start a family and just really honestly, like, kind of retire. I was just kind of going to go off into the sunset, like, right. Oh yeah, I charted on Spotify, so I'm good.
You was about to do your Logan movie,
man. What? Yeah, I was about to do my thing, and then, but And Now We Even album was hard as fuck because of even when we released it and everything, we lost me and my brother Jason Maz from back home in Flint. First song on there is called Flint Cinema. And we were about to go and shoot the video back in Flint, and y'all was about to start seeing all those faces I was talking about earlier in the video. But a member of Mid-Mob Section passed away, Cody, aka KO Law. That's actually DJ E Nice's and Ichiban Sai's cousin. Yeah.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? And everything. Like, yeah. So it was things like that was going on. And, you know, of course, you know what I'm saying, the Now We Even part was just basically just standing up and just saying, listen, I'm gonna make success the best revenge. You know what I'm saying? So I started popping up everywhere, shows everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Really making moves and making these niggas sick. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Now We Even was about. And very angry project. So.
Hey, you know what? Because like I listened to Now We Even. Shout out to Thunder the Great. I listened to Now We Even, and I'm like really into the track because just you can hear how intense you were in your verse. And then once again, let me say shout out to Thunder the Great because he was on Set You Straight, and that voice when you need that particular sound.
Yep. He was at the Rakim show too. Yeah.
Thunder the Great does his motherfucking thing.
Yeah.
Thunder the Great does his motherfucking thing.
Yeah, Thunder. He definitely encapsulated what the album was about with Now We Even. And it was great to do that song with him.
Shout out to H Mob too, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely H Mob, man. They definitely do their thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With Red Cups and Palm Trees, I was able to, you know.
So what about the Three Stacks? What was that? The Three Stacks Festival.
The Three Stacks Festival.
Yeah, Three Stacks. Tell them about Three Stacks while I get the door for Pops.
The Three Stacks Festival.
Three Stacks Festival.
The Three Stacks Festival. Doing an interview. You know what I'm saying? And everything. Shout out to her, man. Shout out to Candy, man.
But yeah, that was the Three Stacks Festival. I remember you did flyers for it, and I wanted to be in it, but
yeah, it was first of all, 11,000 people came to that festival because Jelly Roll was in that festival, and Jelly Roll was in that festival, and Yellow Wolf was in that festival, and one of my homeboys from Florida, I brought him up here. I brought 3 people from Florida up here, and one of them was Cam Airborne. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gambo and my other boy Chris. You know what I'm saying? And everything. They represent Broward County, West Palm Beach, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was a great festival and everything that we did. And man, you know, we really tried to bring it back the next year. We just couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Rain delays and weather, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And everything.
So just for people that don't know, because I know people are like, what is the Three Stacks Festival?
Yeah.
So there is a monument here in Lansing.
Mm-hmm.
There are 3 smokestacks.
Yeah.
That stick up. And, you know, and you can see them across the city skyline.
You see, and we just named the festival after it. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, Three Stacks
and everything. So that was one of the great things and everything that we was able to do for the city because it was just so different. Yeah. You know what I mean? From anything that's ever been done. And now you see Jelly Roll is damn near a global superstar, fucking probably be performing at the Super Bowl in a few years. Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, Lord willing.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I know that they probably wanted him to perform instead of homie. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. That's a political conversation. You know what I'm saying? Man. And everything. But Red Cups and Palm Trees album.
That was that was where I was going next.
Oh, go ahead.
That's where I was going next. So what was up with Red Cups and Palm Trees? Because on this album, I'm gonna keep it real with you. Not just because it's my boy. I got a lot of favorites.
Yeah. On
this CD. Mm-hmm. I like Float. I like Seesaw. Like he's got some. It's like I'm make my own guess. I'm a guess and analyze my dude. He got all of his anger and frustration out and shit that was bothering him. And Now We Even. And then in Red Cups and Palm Trees is where he really leaned into his craft and was more smooth with it. more relaxed, more let me show y'all what I can really do type shit.
It was really the story of Florida, just being in Broward County, downtown Fort Lauderdale. You know what I'm saying, with my old lady, and then just having to deal with that, having to fucking deal with shit like the house, like people would be in the house fucking up the house, whatever, and then that I would go and get some food, and then 8 police cars would be in front of the house.
Wow.
You know, yeah, all type of crazy shit was going on. You know, I would wake up and find drugs in my mailbox and shit. You know, because I was a new guy on the block. And shit, and they was trying to run from the cop. Like, yo, downtown Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, man, they really get it in. So it was just basically just telling that story from top to bottom, even losing my family, the miscarriages, you know what I'm saying, how this girl would become an enemy of mine or whatever and shit, faking a pregnancy after we broke up, all type of crazy shit.
Okay, so let me go into
yeah.
Is that her name I'm forgetting?
The what?
Her name I'm forgetting.
Yeah.
See, I listen to.
Yep.
I like the songs. Yep. So when I hear something,
that's shit, a line. That's a line on downtown Lauderdale. Her name I'm forgetting, but the album was basically kind of recorded in 2 ways. Because I was working on it right after Now We Even. I started working on it and everything, but I couldn't release it because of COVID. Like, no. It was like, no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I went back too far and everything. But during when the reason I couldn't release Red Cups and Palm Trees was because of 2 things. Of course, we was doing them festivals I was talking about. And then my father passed away.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And everything. That. And that kind of shut down. He died September 7th. No, I'm sorry. He died September 24th of 2023. And we had his funeral October 7th. October 7th of this year, my uncle passed away.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? That was 2023 when he had the funeral, and October 7th of this year, 2025.
So the very next year after.
No, it was 2 years after.
2 years.
It was 2 years after.
2 years to the
and everything like that and stuff. Because the September of last year, when we was doing 2 Chainz and all that shit, we was going on that crazy run there and everything. So you know what I'm saying? My uncle just passed this Tuesday. My uncle Phil, my brother's, my dad's brother, and everything like that and stuff. So, but when I was trying to work on Red Cups and Palm Trees, like I said, I did it 2 ways. I was trying to work on it, and then like my dad passed. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy part was, I had finished the album, but for some odd reason, J Chase, J Money took 3 months to mix and master it. The day he died, this is crazy, and I talk about this on Seesaw. If you go back and listen to the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Where I said, where basically I was saying that, hey, what's up, Candy? Well, basically I was saying that, you know, when my dad died at 9:30. J Money sent the album at 9:45. Yep. And an hour before that, the next door neighbor had got my mother some flowers. You know what I'm saying? And she never does that and everything. So when my dad passed away, it was like he was leaving us gifts. So the first draft of Red Cups and Palm Trees isn't the draft that ended up coming out.
Okay.
I went back in and recorded some new songs because J Money, aka J Chase, said, listen, man, I'm gonna pull you up. I'm gonna give you 3 hours and everything. Let me pull you in and everything. And that's when I did songs like Downtown Lauderdale. Seesaw was the first one.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I was rapping so hard on it and everything. You know what I'm saying? Ever since my dad died, mental health underwater, feeling drowned, my pop's funeral, fake love all around. Like, that's why I was rapping like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it took me a while to finish it, but I got to the finish line on it, and now we ready for part 2. You know what I'm saying?
I really like what you did on that too. Is you know, when I was listening to Seesaw, which was like the lead single, and I was listening to it, and I could hear the transition. Like I said, from Now We Even to Seesaw, it was like a beginning.
Yeah,
like almost like that was the last. Of the anger and pain, and then you were able to.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Because you're right. Like I'm listening to it, like I'm walking to the crib, and I'm listening to it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, that part comes up when you say how you were, you know, felt like you were underwater, and then the effect. Shout out to Jay Chase. The effect does this thing where you sound like you're underwater, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, wow, I like that. I rewound it back. I'm listening to it again, you know what I'm saying, all the way through because, you know, technical with my shit. So I like to listen to when my boys is technical with their shit. And I listened to that whole song all the way through, and I'm like, yeah, I like how he took. I like MCs who do shit that I do, and I take like life experiences, shit that happens to me, and I'm able to transfer that so I can share it with y'all. So y'all can say like, man, this is a crazy ass story. No, that shit really happened. You know what I'm saying?
True story.
And so when he broke that down, I was like, okay, when you can put your pain, and your experience into a song and share it with your listeners, they are able to empathize with you, and they are able to, you know, they can identify with that shit, man. Because everybody goes through it. I got a song that I'm gonna have to redo because I did it on a Marsha Ambrosius. I did it on a Far Away.
Oh wow, I remember that joint. Yeah.
Remember when I did that? And I was talking about my little brother, my cousin, John, and I was talking about my ex who took herself out the game. She unalived herself.
Oh wow.
And
yeah, man.
Man, that is so deep. I remember Ro for Show. Shout out to Ro for Show. I remember Ro for Show heard that song. He heard that. He said, 16, that's some of that's like some of the dopest shit you ever did.
Because you can't fail when you get your heart,
bro. When you really speaking from the heart, that shit is so fire.
Yeah.
Why you think Eminem like touched us like that, man? This nigga was really telling us all the shit that his mother was doing to him, how his father left him, just all that, and that shit, we identify with that.
Right.
You know I'm saying, give us the real shit. And not everybody wants to hear you out here running around faking being a trap star when you work at KFC in the drive-thru. Give us the real shit. That's how you're going to ascend to the next level.
Yep. Can't fail when you get your heart, man.
Real shit.
You know what I'm saying? Real and everything. Shit. I met the mighty Jill Scott. That's what she told me.
Be yourself.
She said can't fail when you give your heart and real everything. Shit. And because she write her own music, so you know what I'm saying?
The last question that I'm gonna ask before we get out of here, I just want to ask. Describe your style. Like describe your style. Like I would say lifestyle rap.
Yeah, it's and I didn't realize that until like I went back and listened to my first mixtape, which is called Episodes of a Hustler. I was just coming back from Atlanta to live here in Michigan because I lived in Atlanta between 2000 and 2004, and I was hustling out there too, you know what I'm saying, on Covington Memorial Drive at the same time that T.I. was out there hustling on Campbellton Road on the west side.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So we was just out there just being active, acting a fool, doing stupid shit. But as I'm performing those songs, I mainly perform those songs at Respiration, which was actually more of a lyric driven, more of a Talib Kweli, Mos Def, you know, Lupe Fiasco, early Kanye West type vibe.
My type of fucking show, bars.
And I was the only one up there with my hat tilted talking about this Atlanta East Side Decatur shit and everything and Michigan shit and how it all connected. And they was fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? Because again, it was coming from the heart.
Real shit.
You know what I mean?
Always.
And,
always get them.
And it was lifestyle music that I was living at that time. That lifestyle. So I went through multiple different eras, but you know, the lifestyle rap for me came from, bro, I was born and raised in Flint, Michigan, and I seen Flint, Michigan's hip hop. That's another thing I want to say. It's been a pleasure to actually like being born and raised in Flint, Michigan, and to watch a hip hop scene evolve and blow up, and then come to Lansing and then be a part of its evolution.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Go to Atlanta because, like I said, I was in Atlanta the first time, and this is before T.I. came out, and T.I. came out already, but Jeezy hadn't came out, Gucci hadn't came out yet. Woo. So I'm watching the whole Atlanta hip hop scene develop when Ludacris first came out. Well, What's Your Fantasy? He shot that up the street from where I lived in Atlanta at the time at the Atrium. You know what I'm saying? I passed by the video shoot when I worked at Circuit City.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching all of this evolution in real time, and then I get down to Florida, and my Florida niggas is like, "Hey man, we got this jit out here named Kodak Black, man. We got this dude named X-Taxation. You know what I'm saying, man? We got some shit out here, bro, and everything." Like, and I'm watching these scenes develop, and I'm like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? So that's been a pleasure more than anything. I'm sorry. What was the? I was describing my style, but you know what I'm saying. It's just the reason I said all of that was because of the simple fact that when you take bits and pieces of your life from these cities and these states that you've lived in, bro, it's easy to just sit over here and pin that shit. That I was at this restaurant, or this gun went off, or that, you know, I was trying to make this play, or you know what I'm saying, or this situation happened in my life and shit and everything. Like, I've lost 6 people this year, and they've been from different states. You know what I'm saying, and everything.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah, I lost 6 people. Lost my nephew Nasir. May he rest in peace. He was in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying, with my sister Nakinja. May you rest in peace, everybody over there. Nawamaka, Mike, everybody. I love you, miss you. And you know, earlier this year, stuff. My cousin Nate Clark passed away 2 weeks after Christmas. After, when we had the Christmas dinner, went back to Atlanta, got the call. Oh, your cousin passed away. Like shit like that.
Man.
Then some of your friends and stuff would pass away in Atlanta, pass away in Florida, so it's constant. Damn, that's part of the lifestyle of rap, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This year, and the year ain't even over.
So yeah, and
that's crazy.
So it's gonna be a lot going into the next album, Red Cups and Palm Trees Part 2, Audio Dope, the Audio Dope era. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's, and I was working on that before we started working on Legend Has It, which is where the song Bloodlines comes from. Okay. Bloodlines was going on Red Cups and Palm Trees Part 2. So we got some new songs to do. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
I'm all for that smoke. I'm all for that smoke.
Let's go.
Check it out. Y'all is about to get introduced to a whole bunch of brand new music. Red Cups and Palm Trees 2 will be coming up. Legend Has It 2 will be coming up. Ichiban Sai and Nutso E Money have a CD together.
Yep.
That is coming up. And me, I'm just slow rolling, but I got another CD or 2 coming up as well.
Shout out to Mad Dog McGraw. You just dropped a new album too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mad Dog McGraw. What is the name of this one?
I believe it's I think it's either Angry Old Man.
Angry Old Man.
I believe it's Part 3. You know what I'm saying?
Check out the homie Mad Dog McGraw, because he just dropped a new one as well.
And it's hard.
Man.
It's hard as fuck.
Sam the Grouch.
You know what I'm saying?
Sam the Grouch do the beats?
Yeah, I believe so.
So yeah.
I think he did. I think he did the whole album.
Him and Sam the Grouch are like me and
Grumpy Old Man.
Grumpy Old Man Part 3.
Yup, Grumpy Old Man Part 3.
So make sure y'all check that out. I know that's streaming somewhere, everywhere right now on all platforms.
Team Onslaught, Crosses and Crowns.
Yeah, Crosses and Crowns. Y'all already know what it is. Make sure you get your merchandise at Team Onslaught 517.com. Green 16.
That's out right now.
Strikes Back is now streaming.
Pope Don King Legacy Music coming also. Yeah.
We everywhere, bro. We everywhere. We all over the web like Spider-Man. So until next time, I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that little bell to get notified.
Yes, sir.
You are in the loop every time we drop new content. Until next time, this is your boy 16 the Icon and Sincere Sinatra from Team Onslaught.
Onslaught!
We gotta get Ichiban on here to do this. That sound like Chewbacca.
You gotta get. Stay tuned for Ichiban Side Pro Don King solo interviews for sure.
Are upcoming as well.
You know what I'm saying? Mad Dog, come on out here, bro.
Mad Dog McGraw. We gonna get interviews with the homie Squints. We gotta get interview with the homie J Mo. I'm gonna even see if I can maybe even see if we can sneak,
because you already got an interview with Joshua Smith.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Big Man Genesis in here. We got to sneak KC from Hood Illustrated in here. Let's do it, man. Let's talk. Come in the vault, look at the figures, check it out. I got pretty much everybody in the Marvel Cinematic Universe or in the Marvel Universe that's in the handbook from the 80s. They are all here with us. You got Rom, Space Knight, Dragon Man, Wolf's Bane, Adam Warlock, all types of Iron Men. Just come in here, vibe with me, kick it. We'll spit.
Yeah.
You tell people what they want to know, what they need to know.
Yeah.
And there you go. 16 TV in the building. In the vault.
100.
And we'll holler at you.